It's your girl, Nikki Nicole of Divas of the Round Table podcast. I'm here once again with Ladybug, Spicy Red, our special co-host, Kitty of Rising CEO Academy. And today's show, we have Nicole Banks. Nicole is a girl boss at Shop Pretty Pieces. As a third generation fashionista and seamstress, fashion was always innate for her. After battling with ovarian cancer and dealing with the diagnosis of an abdominal obstruction, she was determined to turn her setbacks into success. She used her testimony as a springboard to launch her fashion empire. She knew her journey in fashion wasn't going to be given, so she paved her own way and launched Pretty Pieces. Nicole's corporate background in IT and marketing and design allows her to stay up to date in managerial matters, as well as tracking the latest trends. Hoping to be an example and encourage women to open their own businesses, she continues to build her tribe of supportive and bright women. Nicole's transparency and her resilience are equally matched to her style, beauty, and intellect. Pretty Pieces is her dream realized, but empowering and motivating women is her life's work. You all welcome to the show, Nicole Banks, CEO of Pretty Pieces.
All right. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're glad to have you on the show. And we were talking about bringing in people from the community. You were one of the ones that we focused on because I've been a fan for years. Kitty's been a fan. You know, the other ladies, they know about your work and what you offer as far as women feeling pretty and beautiful and keeping up with the latest fashions. And that's one thing I admire about your brand is even in your plus size lines, you keep those women sexy. You know, a lot of times the plus size women, they have them looking churchy, grandma style. You could be, frumpy. You could be 20 something years old. And you looking like your grandma. You wearing the same pants Miss Bertha wearing. So I appreciate you for doing that, for keeping plus size women and all women up to date in fashion and letting them know they could be sexy and fashion could be fun and it could be a direct reflection of you and how you feel on the inside.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So let's get into it. So how long have you been in the business?
10 years.
Okay, 10 years.
Celebrated 10 years in March.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay, so with your ovarian cancer and your obstruction diagnosis, explain to everybody how you took that diagnosis and what you were dealing with personally at that time. Explain to everybody how you transitioned to get to the point where you are now.
So ovarian cancer will tear you apart on the inside. So we knew, I was 29 years old. So we really, I remember my oncologist telling me that it creates scar tissue and it just wreaks havoc on your internal organs. And they took my omentum, which is a layer of fat. So I didn't have that. So we knew I was going to get an obstruction. We just didn't know when. And I was doing things to try to prevent it, but you really can't with regards to the way tissue scars, and my family has keloids. So keloid is internal keloid.
Okay.
And so we got married. I got married on September 21st, 2013. And we did not go on a honeymoon because I had been sick. And I thought maybe I am, overwhelmed. Maybe, the stress of the wedding or whatever. And then a few weeks later, I remember waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And my husband had picked me up off the bathroom floor. Rushed me to the emergency room. And by the time I got to triage, I was bringing up bile that was the color of this. And they immediately put me in. They immediately admitted me. And I remember waking up because they had kind of twilight. I was in so much pain. It was like a twilight. And the surgeon was at the foot of my bed. He was like, it's either I go home to my family, which I don't want to do, and I'll come back tomorrow and you're either dead or you have a colostomy or we do surgery now. And my mom hadn't gotten there and I was like, no, I don't want to do this surgery. And my husband called my mom and was begging her like, Mom, please come. She's like, I don't want to do this surgery. So my mom was on the phone like, please, I'm on my way. Just go through the surgery. And when I got out of surgery, I had the tube in my nose. And I couldn't even move. I couldn't do anything. Like the scar on my stomach is so ugly because it was emergent. He just was like, rah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And he said when he got in there, it was gangrene.
Oh, wow.
And so he had to basically unkink everything in there. And so, long story short, 6.5, 7 weeks of just being unable to do nothing but look up. And I'm like, okay, God, my job was so stressful. I was a cute little black girl in IT, and back then it wasn't a lot of us. So I was up against the stuff, all of the corporate stuff. And it was horrible. I'm just gonna be honest. It wasn't that I was doing my job, and I'm we are of the. Do I have to censor it? I just can't.
No, just say it.
Smart, cute black women in a corporate environment. Yeah. We are up against things that are just unfair.
Yeah.
And I've never been an angry black woman, but you don't bring it, because you bring it, I'm gonna send it back.
Exactly.
On a platter.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I know how. And I was doing, I was in IT. I was doing some contracting. To bring in some technology to expand some stuff we had. That's the boring part. But I just came back from off of this trip, and it was just miserable time. And so I'm laying in the bed. I'm like, okay, God, I can't do this. I cannot do this. What am I supposed to be doing? And I could hear him say, go back to your first love. So my first love was singing. I don't do that anymore. But I'm like, okay, God, I'm a 30-something-year-old. Like, I don't know, nobody want to see me. I can't even dance. What the praise and worship lead at the church? What? He was like, go back to your first love. Fashion. Okay. My mama taught me how to sew. I have been doing this for years. So fashion was like second nature, like the air I breathe. And so he gave me everything. I could see the purple, the pretty girls wear pretty pieces. So I had all of that lined up. By the time I went back to corporate America, I had the plan.
All right.
I ran with it. And so I stayed in my corporate job for 2 more years.
Okay.
And then I left, found me 2 work at home, IT consulting gigs. And then the obstruction came back. In 2017, I had to have 2 surgeries because they couldn't do it the first time because it was so bad. So my doctor had to go find another surgeon. And then I had a TIA, which is a mini stroke.
Wow.
So God was like, girl,
I'm telling you.
what you doing? You wanna, and I could hear my mom, God rest her soul. She would always say, baby, what profit if the man to gain the whole world or lose his soul? Because I still wanted that corporate. It was something about logging in, managing my scrums, and I was that girl. Because, I ran Agile, I ran Waterfall, I was a PMO. You couldn't tell me I wasn't supposed to be the IT director of some blue plane. You couldn't tell me that. Well, God was like, And so I had the TIA during COVID. I had 3 hospitalizations. Nobody can come see me. And so after the 3rd one, I wrote a love, look, I can't do this no more. And I gave these people and my husband went home, packed up the equipment, and I was like, tell your people to come get it. Okay. And that's how that we're here. Okay. Yep.
That's a true inspiration.
Yes.
True.
So because when I read your bio and I was reading about that, and you were saying how that was the springboard for you to go forward into that, and I was like, yeah, sometimes when you laying there in that bed, it's so clear. The messages, sometimes we get messages along the way, but it gets so distracted, because everything else is going on in the world. Like you said, you was that girl, you was that lady who was running the show, and you're so busy doing other people's work to make time to do your work.
For yourself. Say that. That's right. I was busy doing other people's work.
And sometimes that's what I tell people. God will sit you down, and you have to ask yourself, what is it that I'm getting set down for? What's going on? Because sometimes we'll be so busy in our life that we don't think about what our real goals are. And then he'll just sit you down, and you have to really ask him, what is it? What am I doing this for?
What is my purpose?
What is this purpose?
Yes. What is my purpose?
So now, what is your style and philosophy? What is your philosophy style? When you're styling, what is your theme? What is your motto on when you're styling?
So when you say when I'm styling, do you mean like fashion or just in general?
In general.
Because I operate off 3 C's.
What's that?
3 C's. Consistency, commitment, and confidence. Those are my 3 C's. That is my pillar. That is how I operate off of those 3 C's. And I show that in everyday life. I show that in the way that I style myself. pieces that I provide to the girl, you know, because you got to have confidence to rock a ombre pink.
You really do, and you have it, baby.
Yes.
So you just have to really, you know, you have to be able to be confident in that. And you have to do anything with consistency and commitment.
Yeah.
You cannot do one without the other, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
And that's just how I feel. So that's my thing.
I'm gonna tell you, anytime I have somewhere to go, and I know that I have it coming up, I go straight to your website.
Yeah.
Because the thing about your clothes, they do make you feel good, and you do feel pretty. And it's like, I'm not really into fashion, but I go straight to pretty pieces, and I'll order me something because I know that I will find something on there that will fit the occasion, and it'll make me feel beautiful and not. It make me feel beautiful and sexy, and not that other look. You get what I'm saying?
Not
Everything
slutty.
on there,
Yeah.
even if something is see-through, it's a classy.
It's the way you
I love it. I
Yes,
truly do.
it is.
I'm wearing this now.
Yeah, you look so cute.
Like
Yes. I'm telling you, last week after we finished the A-Train show, I brought out
So many outfits
many
from
pieces.
you.
and I was like, a lot of them had a tag on it because I see it and I want it and I buy it, but I have nowhere to go. And then I'm mostly gone half of the year anyway on the vessel. So it's just like I just got a lot of stuff. I'm like, I'm ready to rock
Might have
it.
been
I'm
about
rock it one
20
day.
outfits you pulled out.
Yeah,
It was a lot
that wasn't
you
even
pulled
all
out.
of it. That wasn't even all of it. And but I just once I found the site, I was in love, and I was like, she's local. She's a sister doing her thing. I was like, I gotta give her some kudos. And speaking of which, you're doing your thing. Everybody who go to your website, they know you. They know your body. They know what you look like. Baby, I see you on Shein. I done sent you some stuff. I done sent you some stuff in your inbox. People literally stealing your pictures
Yes,
and posting it on their sites. And I'm like, I've actually commented before. I was like, I forgot how I was able to comment or what it was I commented. I said, this lady is from Jacksonville. This is not her site. And it's amazing to me. Like, you know, I've shared things with you and I'm like, girl, they stealing your pictures. They stealing your pictures.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do to deter that?
It is. So I do have an attorney.
Okay.
And there are levels to it. We have done a cease and desist. Cease and desist. We've sent those. I have threatened additional legal action. I can do that. It's just costly, especially when you fight in Shein.
Yes.
Now, am I going to tell y'all that I'm not going to pull out these dollars and do it?
Yeah.
I'm going to, because at some point, I got to snatch it back.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's a process. And my attorney, she's like, I'm ready when you are to fight.
What I admire is the fact that, what I really like is the fact that you and women like you model the clothes. So I know what it's going to look like. And I like that. And that's one reason that I go straight there, because it's you and women like
Hold on,
you.
I have to interject there because I'm telling you, I done seen some pieces on her, and when I bought it and put it on this body, baby, it was not looking the same.
But it's still
It was
better
not
than
the
buying it, and
same,
it was a
girl.
lady that had nothing to do with us that wore
Yeah, I
it.
got
And so
you.
you have no
I see what
idea,
you're
like,
saying.
what would this look like if I had curves? What would this look like?
'Cause I'm
So
telling
I
you.
like that it's ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which leads me is, do you have a niche? Do you have a customer that you actually target?
I 100% do. And so in my line of work, we call it an avatar.
Okay.
And I'm my avatar. The women at this table. Successful Black women. Y'all got stuff to do. Like y'all doing this on the weekend. Y'all got places to be. You have occasions that you need to peacock and stand out in. We are the 40 plus that just don't want to grow up. Like I'll be 47 years old in like a month and some change.
Okay.
And I don't look it, I don't feel it, and there's no reason for me to dress like my mama did when she was 47.
Right.
You know, my
That's
mom,
right.
my mom was a fly lady. But I recall going through some pictures because she, you know, unfortunately I lost my mom last year. But I was going through pictures, just trying to put together some, you know, things and slideshows, and I was like, my mama was so pretty. I was like, but I said to my sister, if I'm doing the math right, she was 45 years old right now.
Yeah, look at the pictures.
What she had on?
Yeah.
That right was cute back then, but like,
Yeah.
Yes.
and so we had an event last night. We had Ladies Night Out, so I'm gonna invite you all to the next one, which is a celebration for my birthday on September 6th. But the women that were there last night, and that was an opportunity for them to pull out what they came, and we had the DJ, we had charcuterie, I had a wine wall.
Okay.
With 3 different types of Moscato, and everybody just had such a good time. And then I was looking at a lot of my customers, and some of them like 50s and 60s. One of them came and said she's 62. I was like, what? And she had on her, one of the tops she had on the bed. I know this is what I do it for. I was able to just kind of get a feeling of like, this is what I'm doing this for.
Okay.
Yes.
And it just came and it was hot stuff.
All right.
Yes.
And so, and I just love I like to call us the hot girls that we not gonna grow up.
Yes.
It's a way to present it, and that's what I do it for.
Okay.
Me myself being plus size, and I'm a truck driver, so I don't really get out or go out because I'm a truck driver. I don't have a social life. But what is it that you can tell me as far as being a plus size, as far as like styling me? Because I need it. I need it badly.
So I also do a radio show. I have a radio segment on Fridays, Fashion Fridays, and I am her co-host. She's plus. She's the pretty Brittany Westcott, the prettiest thing. And what I did for her, there's some content because she's now releasing her new album. I'm her creative director. And one of the things I did for her was I asked her a bunch of questions. I can ask you a bunch of questions. And then I'm like, okay, well, now I know what I'm working with. And then you just start pulling pieces together that work for who she was innately.
Okay.
You just put that on top. And then you'll be amazed how you go through a fashion quiz and I look at you, you have a beautiful skin tone. You're wearing denim now, or a denim color, shall I say. It's not quite denim, but I could just, I'm looking at you now, I already know. And I already know. I know how to accentuate your decolletage because that's showing, that's letting me know that you like this part of your body. So I got you. It's just it's a science, and I always say that on the radio show that it's a science. I have a degree in psychology, fashion and psychology.
Oh wow!
That's all it is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a couch session, but
Yes.
just with clothes. And that's how I do it. I already can see how. I'm looking at your fingernails, so I know you got the flash.
I keep these done. On that truck, I have to be girly. These are my feet.
Yes.
Oh, they stay done. They stay done.
But there are also things like I know you're on the truck, but and this is for some of my other girls. Because let me tell you, I am obsessed with lady truck drivers. It's a lady, little old lady, drive the engine. Not far from me. So when they pull out and I'm in the area and I know she's gonna pull out, I just be like, there she goes. That's why I love it. So I do follow a few, and I watch one of them. Like what she'll do is sometimes instead of putting your leggings on, she might put on a bright color with a V-neck, Or there's t-shirts y'all to have shoulder pads. Now shoulder pads is a jam now, I'm telling you. My mom used to wear them, but
Not
she
them
didn't wear
Freddie
them
Jackson.
right. She don't wear them like they don't wear them like we wear them. It's a difference between on-trend power shoulder and Freddie Jackson. And so I see there's a t-shirt that I have and it has like a nice shoulder pad and a V-neck. So there are things that you could do even as simple as the way you wear your t-shirts and the colors and how you accentuate your skin undertone. Now you want to roll, honey.
Okay. See, look at you.
So where do you see yourself going as far as branching out? How far do you envision yourself moving out as far as in the fashion industry? Do you see yourself maybe opening a boutique or, your own line of clothing? So you're in the makings of doing that?
I'm trying to make sure I got this here, but I want to,
No, if you're saying something like that, you really need to tell the people that you're looking at.
Well, it's the Purple Label. I've been developing it for a year now.
Okay.
Right after, so before my mom passed, she and I had some conversations, and it's ironic that she was like, "Tell your story." So I'm telling you all my story.
Okay.
And then she was like, "I want you to get one of the sewing machines from the house." And I'm gonna say I was in denial, and the people in the hospital around, and I'm like, "Girl, what for? Like you gonna come out of this?" And I still have yet to get the sewing machine. But one of the things that I did, there's a setup in my office. I have an office over in my showroom and in my warehouse. So it's gonna be where I'm gonna set it up for her.
Okay.
Pull out one of the sewing machines, and I'm just going to start back getting into those things, sketching. And so before she died, I was like, "Mama, you like this? You like this? She was like, you like this?" So I have in my mind how the purple label, how the purple label is gonna be. So I've already, I have my manufacturers. I kind of have my designs. Kitty is wearing one of the most popular denim dresses on my site
I love
now.
it. I had to
So
get it.
we're doing more denim. So I'm looking at my denim swatches, and so yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay.
I have some other things that I'm gonna pursue. I'm going to just become this full-time influencer content creator because that's what these people want from me. So
We do.
and I'm. It's a thin line for me because I'm one of those people that has a public persona with a private life.
Yes.
I'm like, what I want me to do? You just want me to carry my camera around for real? So I'm working on that, and then I will. This is the second time I've told everybody or anybody, but MCM is offering me my own influencer event.
Nice. All right. Yes.
Oh.
Canal Place.
All right.
So the first day of Virgo season is August the 24th. So that is I have an event. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Canal Place, which is like the richest mall in Louisiana. It's like a beautiful upscale mall, and so Louis Vuitton MCM only has upscale like designer. So they gave this little black girl from the east side of Duval County a budget.
Okay.
25 guests, and I'll be there hosting my own luxury event. So
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's big. That's
Congratulations.
big.
And you were in IT.
I get the text message. I was like, "Y'all, this for me?"
Yes.
And then, but I'm gonna go back to the post because I posted it maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. I said on Facebook, I'm about to get me a major, brand deal. One of the not thinking for a minute because there was a bag that they came out with, and I was in the store, and she said, if you post it, you're gonna be the first person because the celebrities haven't even posted it yet. MCM hasn't even done their major push on this bag. It's this huge Aryan bag. As soon as I posted it, the picture was everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And then I ended up in Houston, and I had the bag in the MCM store in the Houston Galleria. It was closed, and they saw me with the bag, and I tried over there. They were closed. They come holler, come back in. I had to store it myself.
All right.
Nice.
The lady that worked in there was from Duval County.
Oh,
So y'all already know.
Right.
Wow.
So the lady that worked there was from Jacksonville, and there was another lady, and she was a white woman, and she was like, Duval. And I was like, oh my God. So the other lady was like, every time y'all come in here. So I was like, yeah. She was like telling me where she was from. So she was like, I think you should do an event here. But New Orleans got me first. So I'm saying all that to say that's probably gonna be the thing I think I'm on. I'm gonna still keep my store, my brand or whatever, but I think that'll be, the Tory Burch had invited me to an influencer event here. And I was like, is this what I want to do? And so I think that's where I want to go. I think I just want to host luxury events. After I finish, I'm going to pitch the coach in Jacksonville. I'm going to pitch the Tory Burch, and then I'll let the people in Houston host me. And that's what I want. I think that's what I want to do. I'm in Phipps or Lennox, and I think that's what I want to do. I think, I want to be able to give people an opportunity to know me. Because you see me, but it's so much more to me than just these cute clothes. I am a nut. I am right. I am funny. I am the life of the party.
All right.
And I want people to be able to appreciate.
Yeah.
So there you go. You guys, y'all heard it first here. Duval's own Nicole Banks is on the move, y'all. Going up into major fashion brands and doing her thing. We are so proud. That's what this show is all about. We want to highlight people from the community that's doing big things.
I never would think I'm doing big things though, because I always say I'm doing thus saith the Lord. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Doing that it just doesn't feel
It doesn't
like
feel like it.
major.
Yeah.
It just feel like,
Your life's work.
and that's
Yeah,
it.
when you walking in your purpose, it's just
Walking in your
the thing
natural.
That's
happening.
natural.
You're living
It
in your
just is
natural, and you're doing something that makes you happy, and that
Yes.
you enjoy, and that you have a passion and love for. So you realize you're working, but you don't realize you're working on your mission and your goal, and it's helping you build the confidence to be creative and to mold you to be the best person that you can be. And the other people and the other businesses see that, so they want to jump on. And
Yes,
and you
I'm
don't
like,
realize that.
Well, I got a question for you because inquiry minds want to know, girl. Do you work out?
No.
You just like that, huh?
You know what?
No.
Like you just got it going on.
So what I did start doing, because I gained weight. I don't know why I gained weight, because June was the month mommy was diagnosed. So I just went into major depression. This year, I ain't gonna tell y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. It has been bad. So I'm just like eating, and I've used food as comfort. And so my assistant did like a measurement on me, and she was like, "Well, Cole, your weight's still the same." But yeah, I said, "Well, what in the world?" So what I do now is, and my blood pressure kind of was going up. So
Okay.
I started doing this thing in the house where I walk. It's like a 20-minute walk, but I just started that maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But other than that, no exercise. What?
Yeah, because I mean,
You just got it going on like that.
You
Hey,
just, it must be genetics.
I have
You
to
just-
hit the gym.
Like I
Crazy.
said, I've seen you model clothes on your website, and then I buy them, and baby, the body don't be bodying, child. It don't be looking the same as Nicole Banks, baby.
Yeah.
I just did my body. I mean, people accuse me of having surgery. I never have had
No,
any
you look-
surgery, guys. I'm like, my
What I
thighs
love
mad.
about your body is it's very natural, very beautiful.
It's
You can tell when somebody done did
Yeah,
different
it's
things.
natural.
And that's why I like your clothing, because I can
Yeah.
see
Cause
Yeah.
you know, it's a real
It's a
black
real-
girl's blood under that.
Yeah.
beautiful, but it's a beautiful
So
black girl's body. It's not modified and everything.
Because
I like
everything
that.
matches. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes the thighs don't
Don't
match.
match.
Yeah. She be wearing the heels too, baby.
Your thighs are nice.
and
They
they're
are.
big. That's what I'm saying. They're so big. Like, you know, like a lot of the times, you know, I ain't trying to.
No, you got
Just say it.
sister girl
A
legs.
lot of times the legs and the thighs be small, and you know, and I don't have no breasts. Like I happen to create breasts.
That's nice. That's okay. Okay.
I went under the knife, y'all. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get me some busts. Like I just
And then I'll be like, I'm gonna be mad. 'Cause I just wanted to be like
Yeah,
that.
don't change.
Stay
Don't
there.
change.
Stay there.
Don't change. You have a beautiful body. You wear your
Beautiful body.
clothes. I mean, to me, and this is no shade to your other model. To me, you're your perfect model. Like
Yeah,
I
very.
love to see you in your clothing, and it's just like when I go on the website and I be like, I want to look like that, but I know I'm not gonna look like her. But I order the clothes and I try my best and I do my thing. I'm Nicole Donald, and the clothes you Nicole Banks, and you know, and that's the thing that I want a lot of women to at least take away even from this show is. Don't expect to look like the models that's wearing the clothes. Be yourself. Let the clothes, you wear the clothes. Don't let the clothes wear you.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
exactly. And that's an important statement you just made. Even though it doesn't hang the same way on you, but these still some pretty pieces, and they still gonna they're gonna elevate your mood.
Yes.
You know, they're gonna make you feel like, you know, if you're one of them people that love all eyes on you, I'm gonna give you that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If you just love nice quality statement pieces, I'm gonna give you that. And those aren't body style or body type, you know, specific. It's body type agnostic. It's gonna be for anybody. I always say pretty pieces is for everybody.
Everybody. Yes,
Yes.
everybody. Yes, gotcha.
Yes.
And see, I think you have to realize me being full figure and a plus size, you have to know what looks good on your body
Absolutely.
and what doesn't look good on your body. So I know certain patterns I'm not gonna wear. My mom always told me you don't wear stripes going across, you wear stripes going down. She always told me those different things. And so when I see the plus size models, I say, ooh, this is so nice. But now the way this body made, I know certain things are not going to be for my body style because I like to be a fashionista. I like to be in the room and I like to be a showstopper. So I like to give it to them. I like to glam up. I like to glam down. So I'm very versatile, but I have to find what looks good on me for that occasion. And I know my body. I know I don't like short stuff because I'm not me. So I don't like showing my knees. You know, I be feeling a certain way. I know I can't wear wrap dresses because I have a big bust. So no matter how much it wrap, the bust is going to show. I'm going to have cleavage and everything. So you just have to realize your body type and what works best for you. And my best thing is the foundation. My body girdle, I'm going to have a body girdle on. Whatever I put on, especially if it's a dress and pants, I got to keep this, I got to keep it firm. So every time I'm going to have that body girdle on. So you got to know just what's good for your body and what looks good on your body and what doesn't look good on your body.
That's so true.
Because everybody, it could be one thing that's universal and everyone looks good in it, but they're wearing it a different way.
A different way, that's right.
What about like, you know, when people have,
I've seen that in the skirt.
when people have weddings and they want everybody to wear the same dress and every body type is not the same. And like I had a wedding. That's not. I'm not talking about myself, but that kind of gets me. When you want everybody to wear the same dress.
My two people, I only had two people at my wedding, and they both had on something different because they look completely different. My sister was a brick house stallion, and then my maid of honor, she was a thin, slim waist, you know. So I had to put her in the peplum style, and then I had to put because they were two different.
Yeah,
you know? So so that is. I also thought about, as an extension, getting into bridesmaids dresses for that reason.
Okay.
Because I do feel like as long as everybody got on the same material, the same color, everybody could, you know.
You could consult with that.
It can go,
That's something to think about.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, when people go have a wedding, that's something. Sometimes I think they need a fashion consultant to assist them. Maybe the same material and colors, but not everybody in the same
Some of these
dress.
things people be posting on the internet and Facebook, and some of them colors like, oh, did you saw them colors, man? Did you see the dresses? So it's like, some of these ideas, and it's not flowing.
That's
Let me ask you this too. With you having the eye for fashion, does that eye go over into your interior design of your home? Do you say you dress up your home?
Not really.
Really?
Well, I say not really because you would walk in and you probably would think different. You know what I mean? Because just like I mix patterns and prints, the pillows on my sofa I got like a plaid and a stripe. And so I guess I do.
Yeah.
But I also, when I come home, because I do this all day, I do like it, you know what I mean? A little minimalistic. So it's like a balance.
Okay.
It's a balance.
How important is it to have your husband support you on this journey?
If he is not, like, so yesterday, he had to put some pretty piece of signs on the door. Like, he just likes to do, you know what I mean? We complement each other because there are two businesses. So we work for each other.
Okay.
And so if, you know, I'm going to look at the camera and say this so I can tell him.
No.
Boy. It is super important. He's the yin to my yang.
All right, that's
Awesome.
good. That's good. Because wasn't it you that said most successful businesses has a partner?
Even in life, most of the greats, and greats is subjective, but still, most of the greats are married and they work together. It helps. Not that you work literally together, but you have the same vision and it helps. If you look at most people who are on top, they mostly are
building that empire.
married. It's two of them.
Because you can't do all of this by yourself.
You can't. And if you have the wrong person, it's worse than just being single.
Right. So it's going to bring you down and you're not going to
Yeah,
get that
but
full
the
attention.
greats.
What advice could you share with someone that's trying to start a business?
Let me talk to y'all.
Yes, talk to them, baby.
Be true to yourself. Don't try to be a carbon copy of anything that you see because a lot of times that's the highlight reel. It's not real life. Find you a lane, ride it, stick to it. That's what I will tell anybody. It's not difficult to start, but it's difficult to keep it. So you gotta have the consistency, the commitment, and the confidence.
Yes.
3 C's.
And I have one more question. Does size matter when it comes to fashion?
It does not. I don't think it does. I've said it on the radio show and I'll say it again. I don't think it matters at all. My mother was a plus size woman for the majority of my childhood, the majority of my life. My mom was flat. So size does not matter. Once you identify your personal style, you create your uniform and you roll with it because it's a formula, it's a psychology. You're good. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how small you are. Because just because you're small doesn't mean that you can put it together.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. If any of you all been following our show, y'all know when we get ready to end our show, we have a quick end with 10 that we ask our guests. So now we're going to go into Nicole's end with 10 questions.
Uh-oh.
Let's start it off, Ladybug.
Okay, my questions are: in the winter, do you like leather or suede?
Leather.
Okay. Maxi sundress or a cute short set?
That's a toss up. Depending on where I'm at.
Okay.
Where I'm going. But I love a maxi and I love shoulder legs.
And what's your favorite designer?
Right now I would say me.
Amen.
All right, good answer.
Okay, let's see. High heels or flats?
Right here.
Oh,
Okay. Would you prefer to have a glam face or a natural glow?
A little bit in between. It's my everyday.
Okay.
A little in between.
Okay.
Okay. One person you would love to style. Let's say a celebrity.
Sherry Shepherd.
oh,
She has slim hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
Okay. Do you like to glam up or just be cute and classy?
Again, that's a toss up. But look at me today, and I literally didn't know what I was wearing until I got on my way out the door. So,
okay.
All right. Your biggest fashion pet peeve.
Oh,
I want to know.
do I have one? I know I do, but okay. Ask me the next question. Let me think.
Your favorite fashion trend.
Right now, this bubble skirt trend.
Okay,
I
that's
love
cute. That's
it.
very
That was
cute.
back in the 80s. That was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
We used to wear them in middle school, the bubble school
Yeah.
dresses. And the bubble school
I love the
dresses.
bubble hem trend. I do right now.
Oversized pieces are subtle but noticeable pieces. Like, oh, I know this is oversized. Do you like?
So now subtle.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of oversized, but 10 years ago, oversized. So I
Okay.
just kind of transitioned a little bit. So, just a little nice little, you can't barely see my earrings, but
Yeah.
I like the necklace. I'm just,
Yeah.
I
No,
love them chunky.
all that could have been out. That's why.
Okay.
So let's go back to the fashion pet peeve. White stockings and black shoes. Come on. Don't like that.
That's the thing. That is a trend now.
It is.
Oh.
It is 100% a trend.
Them white
now.
stockings remind me of church.
Church.
I'm not-
Or they're doing black shoes and white stockings.
I don't think it is
Wow.
a fashion pet peeve now
Yeah.
because people have their own style,
Yes.
their own direction, and what may be ugly to you could be fashion to
Yeah.
100,000 other
That's why I
people.
wanted her peeve, like
So
white
one of the
shoes for me.
peas- One of the peas for me. And I did it. And I added a piece in my anniversary collection because I was so annoyed with this trend.
Okay.
Is wearing the lingerie style as your outfit.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
did put the piece in because I have to challenge myself, and it turned out amazing.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a way to do things, but that was like, and it still is like when they were wearing this body stocking as an outfit.
Yes,
That's-
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Yes.
was like, but I was like, okay, since that's a trend, and this is my anniversary. And I did it, and I made it do what it do. But
Because on your website you had on a red, and it looked like lingerie, but it's not, and that was very
I got
sexy.
a black one too. I had
Yes,
a
I saw
black
that. That was
mermaid dress
nice.
and a black jumper. And
Okay.
And then the red, actually, that was one of the biggest sellers.
That red
The
looked
red
nice.
they bought the red. I was shocked.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it, you guys. We're gonna wrap it up, and don't forget, if you get that call from the school, tell them to come pick up your bag behind kids. Give it up for our co-host, Ladybug. She's been in education coming this August, 27 years. 27 years when school started August. If you're driving on the highways and byways of the good old USA and past that FedEx truck, give a shout out to my girl Spicy.
Spicy.
Hopefully she's keeping it safe out there on the roadway. And don't forget to support my girl Kitty. She got Rising CEO Academy and all of her many businesses. If you missed that show that Kitty was on, go to our YouTube page, look her up. Kitty Lee, check her out, man. This is a talented and gifted woman here.
Yes.
And don't forget to support our girl Nicole Banks over at Shop Pretty Pieces. Nicole, tell them your website so they can go on and get some fashion.
Pretty Girl Shop at shopprettypieces.com.
All right, there you have it. Pretty Girl Shop at shopprettypieces.com. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Y'all be blessed. Have a good evening.
All right.
All right.